Hey friends, so I love this project we're going to do right now. Um, I used a cutting board that I bought maybe a year ago at Hobby Lobby, and it was time to do something with it. And I used to be a Chalk Couture displayer, and so I still have a couple silkscreen transfers left, and one of them is this that says Good Eats. And so that's what we're going to use on this big cutting board today. Hobby Lobby always has all kinds of cutting boards. They may have this exact same one or something similar. But you can use any surface that you want, but I am just painting the entire thing black regular acrylic paint by Apple Barrel, I believe it is. Just one good coat. I'm getting the front and then I dry it, and then I get the sides and the back and dry it. And I want it to be completely dry. So now I'm just using my mini sander and I'm trading sandpapers because the other one wasn't fine enough. It was too thick. So I traded it out for a little more fine one. And I'm just really sanding up the edges, and I'm also smoothing out the main surface part too lightly, but mostly focusing on all the edges, as you can see, and getting them, I don't want them all looking the same, so I'm getting some extra spots on the bottom and stuff like that. So this is my desktop vacuum cleaner, and it gets up all that paint sawdust and paint particles and anything else small you might have at your craft table. So I keep it handy and use it often. So now before I use that transfer, because they are sticky, I don't want it to pull up my paint. So I'm just putting a really thin layer of Mod Podge all over the top of this, just to protect the paint when I put the silkscreen transfer on, because like I said, it is sticky. And it has been used several times before, so it's not as sticky as when they're new. But still, you have to be very careful with it pulling up your paint from your surfaces. So I'm just putting a light coating on all over. And it doesn't matter if I don't go quite to the edges. I just want to protect that surface where I'm going to put that transfer on. So I'm making sure that Mod Podge is good and dry as well. So made sure it was really thoroughly dry. Now, like I said, this has been used before, so it's not as sticky as when they're brand new. But I still did kind of put it on my the towel thing that it comes from Chalk Couture, and it just makes it so it's not as sticky. So I'm lining up the word Eats. I'm putting that at the bottom, making sure it's straight and everything, and then I'm sticking it down to my surface. And then I still have some Chalk Couture ink paste. You can use their chalk paste or their ink. And I'm using ink because that's all I have, but I love it. In fact, I remember when I was a displayer, I enjoyed working with their inks better than their chalk paste. So matter of preference, but it just goes on nice and smooth, and it washes off the transfer nice and smooth. Now, I don't still work for them, so I'm not it's supporting their, I'm supporting their products, but I'm not speaking on behalf of them. So I've got Eats on there, and it looks fabulous. So I'm drying that before I didn't want to smear it. And now I'm going to work on the Good, making sure it's centered in the board and above the word Eats where I want it. Then I'll do the same process. Just use the little scraper tool, that squeegee is what they called them. Dip it in your paste or ink, and then just drag it across the whole transfer, the whole word of Good. Then you just pick up the excess and put it back in your little ink bottle. Just make sure you get it all covered. And there's something really relaxing, I guess, to pull off the transfer and see those words stay there on your board. It looks so good. I love it. So I'm giving that a thorough dry as well. Now I'm just going to start by gluing some twine around the top handle part. And it's a bigger project, so it's hard for me to keep this project in the camera view. So I apologize when I go off a few times. I'm just making sure that's secured in the back. And my twine was kind of unraveling the other end of it, coming out of the spool. So had to keep wrestling with that. But you just go around a few times, as many as you want, and I secured it with hot glue about halfway, just so it doesn't want to slide up. Then I finished going around a few more times, and then I'll cut it off and just hot glue that end in the back as well. Looking so cute already. So now I'm going to use my mini Bodabra, and I'm going to put a piece of twine down the middle of it. And then I've got this this kind of burlap ribbon that I got on Amazon, and I'm going to put just loops on both sides. I was trying to measure and think how wide I wanted it. I'm just sticking that down in the middle, and then I realized I want some Excelsior in this project. So I pull the bow back out and then set it aside, and then I'll put some Excelsior in. Excelsior is just a fun texture for projects. Some people like it, some don't, so it's just a matter of preference as always. But I like it, so I'm just putting a little bit behind my bow. Sticking that one back in, and then I've got some buffalo check black and white wired ribbon. Oh, but first I'm going to put a little bit more twine, just a loop on both sides with tails hanging down. And this is what I will I'll leave those tails, and that's what I'm going to put the beads on. So now I'm just going to put one loop and one tail on each side of this bow of the buffalo check. Buffalo check is my favorite. Just gonna bring those twine ends up, tie them in a knot, and then turn it over and tie it in a full knot. And then I will cut these excess pieces off. So now I'm just arranging and fluffing the loops and putting them so the twine shows and the burlap ribbon shows. Trimming it up some, but I'll have to trim it up a little bit more too once I get it in place. So I'm just right now trying to decide how high I want to glue it. And then I'm going to be using a black and a tan bead on each tail hanging down. So I'm making sure it looks okay. Now I'm going to just glue it on there really well. And while I'm holding that in place, I'm fluffing loops and making sure everything's sitting right and sitting straight. Now I'm gonna, these beads had big enough holes in them that the twine went right through, and I'm deciding how low I want it to hang, and then I'm putting a double knot so they won't go over the knot. And then I'll do the same thing on the next one, but I want that one to hang a little bit lower. I don't like them to hang evenly, so I'll try and decide where I want that knot. Then doing the same. Now I'll trim up those ends, and I'm going to unravel them and have frayed ends. Then I will dovetail the ends of the buffalo check ribbon. Thought it needed a little bit more Excelsior, so I'm going to put some more at the top in the back. And it always looks kind of scattered and crazy when you put it on, but then the fun part's trimming it up the way you like it. Spreading it out and just trimming it up. have this rusty star that I'm going to put in the middle of my bow. So I'm just going to hot glue it on there really well, right in the center. Decided to need a little bit more Excelsior, so I'm going to put, I kind of grab a bunch and then fold it in half and glue that fold where I need it. So I'm putting a bunch on both sides underneath the bow, sticking out. Had to get another glue stick in my gun. So sticking it under there and spreading it out, and then I kind of have to arrange the bow again, doing the same thing on the other side as well. But I am loving this project. I love how it turned out. Just kind of using my scissors to help it stick in there. Arranging those loops again. Peeling off all the glue strings and puzzles that are hanging from it. But here is the finished project. It's sitting in my kitchen. I love it. I hope this inspires you to do something similar. Thanks for watching, and you have a whimsical day.